Good morning. This meeting of the Sawyer County Land, Water, and Forest Resources Committee is hereby called to order. May we have the roll call, please?
Steve Karayanen.
Here.
Randy Newman.
Here.
Kay Wilson. Here. Marshall Savitsky. Here. Steve Longtine.
Here.
Allison Johnjack.
Here.
You have a quorum.
Okay, pledge of allegiance. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Certification of compliance with the open meetings law.
This meeting was noticed to the media and public as required by Section 19.84 of the Wisconsin statutes.
Thank you. The meeting agenda is set. At this time, we'll open it up to public comments. Members of the public will be given the opportunity to address the committee. Please adhere to the following when addressing the committee. Comments will be limited to 3 minutes or less per individual. All comments should be directed to the committee as a whole and not directed to individual members. Committees cannot respond to your comments at this time. Sign in and fill out a public comment sheet if you wish to speak and hand it to the county clerk. Anybody interested in public comments? Ms. Zillmer.
Good morning, Linda Zillmer, Edgewater property owner, and I have public comments that pertain to land, water, forest resources, as well as those of you who are on the zoning committee. Today at noon and Friday at noon, there are free webinars available on solar ordinances and developers agreements. Previously, UW Extension and the Center for Land Use Education had videos and workshop materials available that the county could have used to develop their solar ordinance. So I especially ask you zoning committee members to take a look at the ordinance that the county adopted and compare it to what the model ordinance is that's available through today's workshop at noon. Then on July 15th, there's a public open house on the hazard mitigation plan for Sawyer County. I would ask, I believe that hazard mitigation plan has aspects of it that touch all the committees, whether it's Health and Human Service, Public Safety, Public Works, zoning, that I don't know that committees or the towns or the public have been able to see. The draft plan was just posted on Monday. And I would ask you to look at the 2014 plan as adopted and available on the Northwest Regional Planning Commission website, and look at the draft plan that is going forward now. And maybe I would believe there's time that you could set a future agenda item in August to go through the items that would be under this committee's jurisdiction. Dams would be one example. And then as also another request for your August agenda is to have an update on where the county is with the activities that are outlined under the Land and Water Resource Management Plan that was adopted in 2025. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else with public comments today? Thank you. Consider approval of minutes from the previous meeting.
I'll make a motion.
And I'll second it.
Okay, we have a motion by Mr. Newman and a second by Mr. Savitsky to approve the previous minutes. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Item 9 on the agenda, any events this time around?
No applications turned in for this month.
Thank you very much. Item 10, Register of Deeds report. I believe we all have a copy of it in our packet. I guess if there's no questions or anything, we can move on to item 11, Land Records and County Surveyor reports. Again, we have those reports in our packet. Anything to comment or question there? If not, we will move on to item 12, forestry. 12A is a county forestry report. Mr. Peterson.
Okay, for the month of June, we did have 9 sales listed as active, primarily in our pine areas. We're still under the oak wilt restriction. Sale value sold and uncut on file is just under 5 million. We did have 1 sale, final closeout during the month. Revenue for June was just over 200,000. Our year-to-date, we're at 1.175 million, so we're still on track to hit our estimated budget for the year. Things are looking decent. Markets are still trying, but we're still moving wood, so that's a positive. We do have our volumes listed there. Sale inspections for the month are on target for the level of activity. We did have 4 tracks turned in for review this month. Recon, we're well on our way there, over goal with that. And we have been plugging away at our Good Neighbor Authority contract with 28 hours in June. As I mentioned, we're still under oak wilt. They'll be lifted on July 15th, so we should see an increase in activity at that point. Nothing new to report on bike trails or Berkey trails. ATV, UTV, we did complete the Trail 3 Sisibagma Road rehab project. It was 1.32 miles. That's all grant funded. We do have bid results for trail projects that I'll go over here in a second. Additionally, we did receive some additional funding from the DNR for the Tuscobia Trail. We have $15,000 for hazard tree removal and a little over $16,000 for a culvert replacement. So this funding comes up from time to time, so we take advantage of that. Hatchery Park continues to be very busy. We did have 5 reservations for the pavilion during the month. That's on top of the day-to-day use, which is getting a lot of use, very popular, so good to see. Nothing new on carbon credit, haven't heard much back since our credits went on the market and the last verification data that I submitted, so we're still waiting there. So go on to the rehab bid projects. So we had 3 trail projects that we bid out for the ATV snowmobile, and we did have a road project that was under a sustainable forestry grant. So two of our bids were within our grant amount. The 3rd project, the Trail 77 rehab, we're about 7,000 short on that, but we're going to use some of our maintenance money to complete that project. The Draper Road project, we're quite a bit over on that one, but we're going to scale that one back so we can meet the grant amount. What we're running into is our gravel prices are really starting to kill our projects. Just looking at this, the Trail 3 one's down in the Sisibagma area, Trail 31 by Chippewa Trail, Mosquito Brook, and then Rock Lake Fire Lane. So a lot of our gravel's coming from Birchwood area. We get up to Hayward area, we got a 10% increase on gravel. The Rock Lake Fire Lane, it's 20%. So it's really starting to hit us. And the Draper project, I don't even know where the nearest gravel pit is out there, but it's really getting to be difficult to get some of these projects completed. So I think we're in a bit of a gravel shortage. So this is just the data that we get and what I'm hearing from the contractors. So it's getting to be a bit of a struggle. So we keep on increasing in our grants, and other than that, all the Northwoods for Draper and JD on the other 3, they're contractors we've worked with in the past and have done some pretty good work for us. So no issues there.
Greg, excuse me, Greg, what is the current price of gravel?
Some of what we're getting, typically on our grants, we spec out like $24 to $25 a yard, cubic yard. Some of the stuff we're getting is in $30 to $40 a yard, so. And this is just in the last 5 years. I mean, we used to be at 18 to 20, so then they go up and then we adjust our grants, so it's getting tough to keep up, so. It's an issue. Yep. Other than that, if there's any questions, it's.
Anybody else, questions? Getting back to the forestry end of things, Greg, do we have any invasive species concerns in the forest?
Honeysuckle's a big one. We haven't had to deal much with buckthorn or anything like that. Like I said, I think honeysuckle is our big one, which is, there's not a lot we can do with that. But I think if I'm missing any.
I guess another species that is kind of kicked around is garlic mustard a little bit, but
Yep.
there isn't too much garlic mustard that I know of on the Sawyer County Forest.
We had one.
Just a spot
Yeah.
up on Bodecker there.
Yep.
And another one, it's a native species, but it is very aggressive that I've noticed in some areas around here is black locust that we see it kind of encroaching in some areas that the soil has been disturbed, but other than that, it's a native species to Wisconsin, but it can be aggressive.
Okay, all right, thank you. Okay, moving on, Wisconsin DNR report.
So I'm Brody Fisher, sitting in for Craig Morris as he's out on a fire assignment currently. However, I'll read his report here. Minimal DNR activity on Sawyer County Forest in June. We completed over 108% of our time standards goal of 2,217 hours in fiscal year 26. The time standards now has rolled over into our new fiscal year, so we are back in working hard on the Sawyer County Forest, working towards our personal goals in that realm, but working on timber sale establishment and recon currently down in the winter block, and looking forward to doing some site prep projects this fall. So that's all I have currently. But I did want to touch on the oak wilt that Greg mentioned. Oak wilt ends, the restriction period ends July 15th. However, this is the time of year that if you had any wounding on oak trees or notice any signs of oak wilt, which is flagging, which is the changing of colors of the oak leaves and leaves prematurely dropping off your oak trees, you can contact myself and I can direct you to the forest health specialist, Paul Segan, in our office, and he can come take a look at it for you. Otherwise, that's all I have.
Thank you. Anyone here from the U.S. Forest Service today? If not, we'll move on to item D under forestry, recreational trails report.
I have a short report. Jane Schrader for the Sawyer County Snowmobile and ATV Alliance. Trail activity is going really well. It's very popular. We're trying to keep track of all of that, but our maintenance work, we're grading, we're clearing, we're signing, we're waiting for the July 15th so we can get out and do some more brushing. Greg talked about the rehab projects and bids, so I'll skip that, but the grading has been completed for now on the Tuscobia. Moose Lake area has also been completed, and the next scheduled area will be the Sealy Hills. So we're looking forward to getting out there after July 15th to do some more brushing and signing and all those good things. So carry on.
Thank you. Item 13, zoning and conservation.
So conservation staff has been busy with additional site visits, including a larger amount of individuals that are interested in native plant restoration projects, which is always good to see. Staff has also been busy doing grading permit reviews, NR 135 compliance checks, meeting with DACAP engineers for other specialized projects, and meeting with lake associations for aquatic and invasive species, plants identification, training, and presentations. Conservation Department has also done water collection samples for Lake Loretta and Barber Lake. These samples were then sent to Stevens Point for analysis, and this is in conjunction with a lake quality grant that we received last year. The Sawyer County AIS coordinator also had a booth at Muskie Fest 2 weeks ago, showcasing the specific types of aquatic invasive species that we are seeing here and providing additional education to people to help prevent the spread of these species. Conservation Department is in the early planning stages for a Land Conservation Committee fall tour. This tour would be available for all Land, Water, Forest Resource Committee members to come on a guided tour with staff to showcase some of the specific projects that we are doing in the county. And then myself has also been in contact with the DNR staff relating to livestock sighting regulations and concentrated animal feeding operations. We are planning on having DNR staff present additional information to the committee in the following months.
Thank you. Any questions? Very good. Thank you, Jay. Item 14, board appointed committee updates. Item 15, correspondence reports from conferences and meetings. Item 16, future agenda items. 17, finalization of business. Okay. Next meeting is August 12th at 8:30 a.m. Look forward to seeing you then. We are adjourned. Thank you much.
Almost record time.
Yeah.